Hey guys, Dan and Dave here from TheGamerShelter, and we're here to kind of get our thoughts on Battlefield 4 out again. This time it's going to be our wish list for Battlefield 4. I know a lot of people do this, but in all fairness, a lot of people that make wish lists for Battlefield aren't Battlefield players, so ignore those people. But this is going to be us. Everyone knows we're fans of Battlefield, and we're going to talk about things that we want in it and what we don't want in it, and just really basic things. We're not going to go into too much detail on a lot of them, except for a few specific things. So for the first couple, let's see what David has on his mind first.
I'm hoping they change the color scheme straight away, which it looks like they are doing from what we saw with the whole, they took that blue tint off the menus in the game.
I probably feel stronger than David about this, but like, listen, the orange and blue tint's fine. You know, it looks fine in Battlefield, but I really want it to go away. The fact that every single map has a blue tint to it, almost I want that gone, and it looks like they're giving Battlefield 4 a little bit more of a gray tone. You know, kind of like a what's the word, desaturated gray tone almost. I think it is way better looking than Battlefield 3. But so hop on to the next one. There have been well, I mean, I guess it's not rumors. It's been verified that Frostbite 3 will be able to support dynamic weather. I guess they were talking about it. And I really want to see that come over to the multiplayer. I just think that that's going to be a big improvement, something that Battlefield
Yeah.
could really
And it
use.
would like make the maps more replayable because it won't be the same thing every time. If they do dynamic weather, I hope it's not like it goes to
Exactly.
200 tickets and then it starts raining. I hope it's random, completely random. So sometimes you play the map it's sunny, sometimes you play it's raining and then it gets sunny, or sometimes it's just sunny and then it gets kind of cold and it starts snowing or something.
Exactly. I want it needs to be completely dynamic, or else don't put it in the game. It needs to be random, and it can't be like what Call of Duty has done in the past, where it's like, well, there's Caspian Border, and then there's Caspian Border rainy. You know, like no, it needs to be completely dynamic if they're gonna have it in there. If not, just leave it out. I don't want it in there if it's not. Uh, another thing I'll mention really quick is we want more. At least I do, and I'm pretty sure Dave feels strong on this too. We want more sane crossing maps, more Grand Bazaar maps. Dice is so good at doing those urban maps. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never played games with better urban maps than Dice. Sane Crossing is probably one of my favorite multiplayer maps I've ever played in any first-person shooter. It's perfect. But I mean,
And they do it so well because there's never, there is bottlenecks, but there's flanks everywhere. There's never a situation like, God, we're just stuck here. We can't get past this guy.
yeah,
You
especially
know?
with the battlefield destruction, which we're obviously hoping is increased in Battlefield 4, and it should be. It opens up infinite flank routes when you have that destruction. So Dave, going on to next.
Yeah, we're hoping that they fix the animations that, when someone jumps off something or jumps over something and they teleport across the map, and you're just like, I don't care if he teleports, just let me shoot him. It's so annoying when a guy teleports and just shoots you while he's in midair and you can't do anything. Or, when the guy's reloading and firing his F2000 at the same time in the cutscene, you're just like, God damn it, game, just little things. If just fix little things.
Animations are great. I actually want more animations in multiplayer games. I love where you have to hit buttons or where you have to do stuff, like in Medal of Honor when you're planting the bombs and your guy actually puts the bomb on. I love that stuff, but you have to make it to where it doesn't break the game while it's doing it. Your guy can't be invulnerable and you can't be teleporting and
Exactly.
stuff like that. Um, Next is a really, really big and obvious thing for us, and that's the rumor that there is evidently going to be. Well, I don't even know if it's a rumor anymore, but there's been a rumor from what I've heard that there will be no co-op in Battlefield 4, and that is extremely disappointing to me. I loved the Battlefield 3 co-op. It obviously wasn't necessary, but I really liked it, and I'm sure Dave, no one's not hoping that they up it to 4. If
Oh,
Battlefield
four-player
has,
co-op.
yeah,
Four-player co-op would be amazing. That's like any game. You take any game and it's instantly better with co-op.
any
Like
game.
Yeah, like even bad games, like I'm not a huge fan of Borderlands 2, but the fact that it's got co-op, four-player co-op, it makes it a good game.
Yeah, it makes it 10
Like
times funner.
that's it. That's all. Like a game doesn't even have to be good. It can be shitty as long as it has co-op.
Hmm.
Just more companies need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I really hope they don't take co-op out of that game. That's a big breaker to me. I mean, obviously I'm still going to buy it, but the next thing, I know we've been kind of going back and forth, but I'm going to go into the next thing because I know more about it, and that is we're kind of going into multiplayer now with all the gear and everything. And first of all, I really want to see six classes back. I doubt they're going to do it because I think 2142 was the first one they brought four classes in, but honestly, my memory is so bad. But like Battlefield 2 and the old Battlefield games, they had six classes, and there were extra ones like Special Forces was one that was in there, and obviously anti tank, and they had different names. But it was so well balanced, and there was no class that it was like, oh, I don't play as that one because it sucks. But I really want to see that this it just doesn't feel as balanced coming to these newer the force class squads. It's just and really quick, that would up the squad count from four to six, which is would be a huge improvement to be able to have
Yeah, because
six people.
when you're playing with friends, when you play with a squad, you're like, oh fuck, and then there's like five guys, and then one guy is left by himself, and it's just like that guy, he's just like, this is shit. I don't want to play Battlefield by myself.
Yeah,
Because if you're not in a squad with him, you may as well be playing by yourself. You're just talking to people while you're playing Battlefield.
yeah. I mean, you can go into TeamSpeak or whatever and talk to everyone on console at least. I don't know how PC goes into that, but it's still not like being in your squad. Being able to trust the guys to revive you and to be able to spawn on them is. I
Yeah,
really want to see the six
and
people.
when you see the green name over them, they're gonna help you. You
Yeah.
you have backup, like rather than when you're just playing with a bunch of randoms.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's not like when you see the green and blue names, it's not like squad members and not squad members. It's more like people I can rely on and people I can't rely on. Like that's kind of the way to look at it. But next up, let's go to Dave.
Yeah, we're hoping for more gadgets. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I just want more gadgets. Like I don't know what gadgets they could bring in. Like we're talking about the crossbow and the tugs and the stuff like that that's in the game
Yeah.
now. But what could they bring in that changes? Like I want more, but that's tough. That's a tough one to implement into the game because it's all balance and everything. Because if they add more stuff, they have to balance it, and it's
Yeah, more
obviously
balancing. Like I mean,
it's gonna be tough.
I can name a couple things back from Battlefield 2 to bring that up again, right? Battlefield 2 had an expansion or whatever called Special Forces, and that was kind of the amazing. They added so many things to that game. Like they gave the snipers. I think it was the sniper. Maybe it was the Special Forces guy. No, snipers got zip line, I think. But like there were zip lines that you could use to get from building to building. There were grappling hooks so that you could like scale building walls as a squad, get to the roof, and like destroy people. There were so many amazing things in that game, and obviously, I don't want to see the grappling hook brought to Battlefield 4. I want to because it just I want it to be new versions, but I want more gear like what Battlefield 2 had. I want an upgrade in how many gear and gadgets you have, and
Because it is very limited as it is. Like what have you got? The new
each class
tube.
has two. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the new
it's
tube
just
are the med pack,
yeah,
and like it's the C4 are the mortar. It's
yeah.
tugs are like the Mav. It's not.
I
What is?
I would
Oh,
just
the
really
EOD
like to
bar, the
see
repair tool.
the
Yeah.
repair tool. Yeah, I would really like to see more increases in that. And going from that, since we're talking about gear, the next thing kind of goes back to the fact that there maybe is dynamic weather going into this. If there is, I would love to see kind of environmental gear, some sort of like the fact that if you're playing on a snow map, like you have gear that has to do with snow. Like say, like once again going back to Special Forces in Battlefield 2, in certain maps like the Special Forces maps you could equip your guy with a gas mask because you could use tear gas grenades on the enemy, and one of the classes would be able to go in first as like the point man with the gas mask on and clear the room kind of. And I want to see that again. I want to see. I don't know how likely it is, but I would just love to see snow goggles or gas mask or these or obviously the camos. Should make a big
Yeah.
difference. In this game, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. I would really like to see in the next one gear actually matter or the camo you're wearing really matter. Like the only camo that makes a difference in this one really is if you wear black camo and you sit in a corner. Like that's the only one that really means
Well,
anything.
the black camo does keep you off the terminal as well, but that's the only
Yeah.
other thing.
Yeah, but the thermal thing was broken a long time ago. So I know this next one means a lot to Dave. So go ahead, Dave. This next one.
Oh yeah, the engineer class is just so underpowered to me. They need to fix it because you play Conquest and you have the medics, all the medics, like squads of medics, just running around in Conquest reviving each other, and you have no one helping you with the tanks. And the reason is, well, this is what I think it is anyway. The assault guns are so good compared to the engineer guns. Nobody wants to use an engineer gun because an assault gun is better at range, it's better up close. It's just a disadvantage to use engineer.
Hmm.
What I think they need to do is either nerf the medic guns, which I don't think people will like, or they need to buff the engineer guns up because they do the same damage up close. It's the drop off rates, which doesn't make sense because it's like, oh, engineer, you're going to be playing big maps, you're going to be taking out vehicles. Let's make your drop off worse. When someone goes, you see the guys in the lobby and it's like, oh, I'm going to put my try hard pants on. Say, I'm going to take out the M4 or the
Yeah,
G53
exactly.
or the ACW.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy those bastards.
Nobody goes engineer. Nobody when they're going hard. Like it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick, next one doesn't need any explaining. We want the flashlight gone. So then after that, next is some vehicle stuff. Just a couple. First of all, Dave knows more about the first one, so I'll let him talk about that.
On the vehicles, I think they should put. See, I don't know how it will work, but like put flight tutorials in the game. Don't force people to do it, but you go onto a server, especially when Battlefield 3 first started, and you've got guys getting in the jets and getting in the choppers, and they're just nose diving into the ground. You're just like, fair enough, you have to learn to fly, but give them their own place to do that.
Yeah, and this isn't a huge thing. We just wanted to mention because there are literally servers out there called flight practice and stuff where people just go in and fly the vehicles there are it's not honestly like trust me even though we're bringing this up Dave and I are good pilots like I mean we're not amazing but we can keep the damn thing in the air. We're not saying it because we're terrible. It's just that
Barely, I can barely keep it in the air.
fine whatever. I'm a little better than Dave. Um, but it's just so aggravating when you get people that get in and nosedive it to the ground. Like it's almost embarrassing to sit there and watch and just be like,
or
wow.
or when you get into Havoc as the gunner and your retarded pilot aims to the ground while the other chopper's looking at you. He's like, "Why aren't you firing at him?" It's like, "Because I can't aim that high, you moron."
Yeah, yeah. But nothing too big there. Another thing that goes back to Battlefield 2 again, I know beating the dead horse, is two-seater jets. Battlefield 2 had two-seater jets, and it blew my mind when they didn't bring those into Battlefield 3. Like, fair enough, they didn't bring it in at first, but in none of the expansion packs did they. Even though they brought in two new jet expansion packs with the new jet that was in what was it, Back to Karkin, and then
Was
this
there a new jet?
yeah, the hover jet,
Oh,
whatever.
oh, oh, yeah.
They
Actually,
came
yeah,
in
I
back
remember
to
that.
Karkin, and then the obviously air superiority mode that came in Endgame. Um, no two-seater jets blows my mind. I mean, it's not hard to implement. It worked perfectly in Battlefield 2. I mean, honestly, in Battlefield 3 or 4, as we're talking about here, all they have to do is make it like that campaign mission where the one guy does all the locking on, the other guy does the shooting. I would be so for that. That is
Yeah.
completely badass. But
See, I never got to experience any of the Battlefield 2 stuff, so that's kind of why I'm being quiet there. And Dan's
exactly,
like
like
just
he's played
explaining
it
all.
barely, but he hasn't really experienced it, I guess. Next thing is something that Dave brought up, so we'll let him mention it.
You see, I hate how hard it is to destroy a tank. Like it's impossible unless you have a squad. You're not taking a tank down by yourself. You
Especially if
might
they've
be,
got
you might, yeah,
designated
if they got
support.
reps or whatever, you might get lucky and disable him. But then he's gonna kill you and just hop out and repair it. See, I want it to be, I don't want it to be like too easy to destroy a tank, but I want it to be like more consistent to destroy a tank. Because sometimes I'll hit a tank with three rockets and won't even disable it. Sometimes I'll hit a tank with two rockets and blow it up.
Yeah,
I want it to be like a set number of rockets I have to kill the tank with. Like so, me and Dan were talking before. We had an idea where it's like what was it? You hit it from the side and that's it. His armor from the side is gone. But like, and then if you hit it again, it disables it from that side. But you can only hit it. If he turns around, you hit him from the other side. Kind of like reactive armor, but more consistent.
yeah. It was almost like you have to think about it as each side has one set of armor. So if we hit it from the left, armor's gone. Hit it from the left again, disable. So technically, one shot without armor is a disable. But then if he turns around, you hit him from the right, you're destroying the armor again. But he's still disabled. So if you hit him from the right
Exactly.
again, it's a shot. It's a kill. So technically, it would only take three rockets to kill the tank every time, unless he's able to make you hit him from each side, which you suck if the tank is able to make you hit him once on each side. But technically, it would only take three rockets each time to kill the tank. It sounds good. It's obviously just a theory. We're no game developers, but the idea sounds good. Another quick thing is we want a game launcher like what Medal of Honor had, like an actual shortcut on the desktop that launches you into the game. Medal of Honor did a great thing, and honestly, since they did it Medal of Honor, I'm guessing they're going to do it in Battlefield 4.
I hope
Obviously,
they do.
learn from their
Like,
learn
because
from
they
their
have they
mistake.
they have both. Like in Middle of Honor, you can go into the battle log, or you can actually launch the game and go look for servers that way.
Yeah,
It's just annoying that when you're playing Battlefield 3, it closes your game after like every time you want to change server. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
hmm
It's like my game is open. Let me play it. Don't close my game. Let me change server while I'm still in the game.
yeah. So
And
a really awesome thing. Game
and
launcher.
let us change in between games. Let us change our loadouts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and tell you what map is next. Like
Yeah,
all these
exactly.
things. Tell us what map is next. Let us
Just
change our
small
loadouts.
things. Just small things, but it would make that wait time so much less annoying than just sitting there, because you're sitting there and you're literally doing nothing. When you could be like, oh, this map is Grand Bazaar next. I'm gonna need a close range weapon.
Exactly. And
You can
then
set your
the
class up.
second that game starts, you don't have to wait for that 10-second starter at the beginning of the round for everyone to be standing there jumping up and down because no one actually does anything during that. You get your kit ready and the second the game starts, you're ready to move to that flag. You don't have to worry about getting your kit ready and all that stuff. Another really quick controversial kind of thing almost is spawn protection. Take it away, Johnny. Just eradicate it. It is one of the most annoying things on the planet. I mean, the fact is the reason they put it in there, I guess, is because if you're getting like Rambo revived, you actually stand a chance. I guess maybe, but the fact is you still don't. You still
Well,
don't stand a chance.
you don't even really get that then when it's you're still dead because the whole
Yeah, it's
stand
pretty
up
much when you
and
spawn on
stand there
someone,
for a
huh?
second. Yeah. But like I'm fine with having spawn protection when they're in their own spawn because it stops the whole base rape and it actually gives you a chance to fight back. But when I kill a guy, but his teammate managed to spawn on him right as I killed him, and I shoot him in the back with 30 bullets from point blank range and he turns around and one shots me, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
it's
he should not have spawn protection. And the worst thing is, it only benefits the shit players because if you're a good player, as soon as you spawn in, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta move, I gotta get ready to take on guys. So you move and your spawn protection is gone. And then you got the shit players that spawn in there just like sitting there not even paying attention, and then they're like, oh, I'm getting shot at, and then they fucking shoot you. It's just like God.
it's just a very broken system, and I just want to see it gone. We've never
It
needed it in the
wasn't in. It
past.
wasn't in any other Battlefield, was it? Like I'm.
I don't think
It
so.
wasn't a Bad
I
Company
don't,
2
yeah,
anyway.
I don't even think it was in Bad Company 2, and if it wasn't in that, then it wasn't in any, because that would be the only one that really had it. But it's just a completely unneeded thing. It was something, obviously, they were making their game, and they're like, man, we're having a lot of spawn kills here. Let's throw in some spawn protection. Like,
But
it
that's
really almost seems like
if you
that's what it
get
was.
killed, if you spawn a teammate and get killed, it's your own fault.
Yeah,
It's
you
your own
spawned on
fault
a
for not
teammate,
paying attention where you're spawning.
yeah, that was in the middle of a battle. You know, you shouldn't do that.
It's your own fault for like not communicating with your team and saying, "Is it clear to spawn on you?"
Couple more things. Going from that, we'll go straight into suppression, I guess, because it's kind of the same kind of thing. We just want suppression back to the way it was when Battlefield 3
Launch day.
first came out. Yeah, launch
Yeah.
day. It was great feeling. It was this nice new mechanic. It was cool. It made a difference, but and then they just totally made it terrible, and then they nerfed it, but it's still a little
Yeah.
too bad. Like it's
And it just made gunfights look. You came around the corner and both guys would fire at each other, and it was just luck.
yeah, it's whoever
I've
got the
seen
random
two light
bullets.
machine gun guys go head to head and miss like every single bullet.
Yeah.
Like it might be down to bad aim a little bit, but suppression definitely affects that as well. Like I've seen two guys just firing at each other. They like hit each other once, and then they have to reload. And they're like running away. And they're like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah, it's I just take it back to launch day. It was perfect. Like whoever, working at Dice that has all that stuff saved on his computer and his hard drives, just go back to day one, look at it and just be like, "Oh, okay, so those were the values." And just boom, put that in Battlefield 4. That's what I want. um this is kind of a thing we're gonna try not to go too into this because we talked about this for like an hour the other day. We're almost done. This is revive after getting shot in the head and after blowing up. These are two things we kind of wanted to talk about. So Dave had some strong feelings, Dave.
Yeah, see, I'm so tired of fucking shooting the same guy in the head with a sniper rifle like 5 times, and he just keeps getting revived, then pops his head back out, and you shoot him in the head. Sure, it's great for points, but it just gets annoying that you can't hit the guys off the flag. If you shoot someone in the head with a 50 cal, his head is gone.
Yeah.
Like there isn't a chance to be revived. Like I initially I wanted with every gun headshots couldn't be revived, but then Dan talked me over because it's like how often does someone get like a lucky headshot on you? How pissed would you be if you can't be revived all the time?
Yeah.
So Dan talked me out with that, but I really do feel that the sniper rifles need to be headshot, can't be revived.
See, and I was like against this idea, like Dave said, I kind of talked him down. I was like, I mean, come on, how many times has someone been all the way across the map and got a lucky pistol headshot on you? How mad would you be if your squad couldn't get you back in the battle because of that? But I'm okay with snipers. If you get sniped in the face, I mean, obviously quick scoping would get a little annoying, but if you get legitimately sniped in the face, that guy sniped you in the face, you're out. You should have to respawn. I can completely understand that. And then I came back with saying it would make a lot of sense if they did that with explosives. If like in Battlefield 2 they had there it is again. In Battlefield 2 they had a thing where like if you blew up by a grenade or a like mortar strikes, because you could call them mortar strikes in that one, if you were hit by a mortar strike you could not be revived. You were dead. I mean, the game looked at it as if your character was in pieces. You're not getting bzz, you're not getting brought back. So
Yeah.
I think those would be cool, two interesting things for Dice to at least look at. If explosive kills, it just makes sense, and I like I said, I'm okay with the headshots things working. It just it does get aggravating when you're just like, come on, that guy's died by 5 grenades, and these fucking defibrillators are bringing him back. You know?
Yeah,
Um,
it's like he wouldn't have any body left.
yeah,
You could just like the guy, the medic runs over and he's got like a needle and he's like sewing his legs back on. Come
yeah.
on!
Come on,
And you're
man.
like, "Dude."
Come on, get buddy, get the fuck back in here. But I mean, that pretty much comes to a close there. We just wanted to. It's not as much a wish list. It's just I don't know. I guess it's a wish list, but it's not a list. It's a wish
Yeah,
rant.
it's just like in improvements we want. There's not even that much new stuff, but it's just like, oh, we want, improvements.
Yeah, it's pretty much all. Oh, one more thing. Go ahead, dislike me and hate me for life. I do not want dinosaur mode in this. I do not want dinosaur mode in this. You can yell at me all you want. I think that this is what I think. They have been teasing us with 2143 and they've been teasing us with dinosaurs. I want them to come out with Battlefield 4, keep it Battlefield, be Battlefield, be an amazing realistic shooter game, and then I think the next year or 2 years, however long, whichever game they're planning on making next, I think they should come out with 2143 and just stop teasing us already because 2142 is amazing. And I think 2143 should have both dinosaur mode because not only would it just fit, but it just makes way more sense for dinosaurs to be in this futuristic age. Like it just makes more sense to me. And Titan mode needs to come back with 2143. I don't want it in Battlefield 4, even though it's my favorite game mode I've ever played, just because I want it to be new in 2143. I don't want it to be old by the time it gets there. Like, oh, this is that Titan mode from Battlefield 4. This is a really passionate thing to me. Like, I want Titan mode back. I want 2143 made, and I think dinosaur mode would make a lot more sense in 2043. I even got Dave to agree with me on that. So that was a step. But that was something I really wanted to talk about. So
Yeah, I think we've rambled enough now. Though. How long is this video then?
I have no idea. It's way longer than 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
we want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, if you disagreed with it, agreed with it, anything, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. We love talking to our subscribers and anyone in the comment section. We love responding to all those comments. And just thanks for watching. You can subscribe to our channel to see more from the Gamer Shelter, and we'll see you next time.